Hi, and welcome to question 4 of paper 2 of the 2020 Maths Leaving Cert Ordinary Level. As always, if you want a copy of the notes I'm working off, just send me an email at shanetroy@gmail.com. If you click subscribe, you'll see other videos in the playlist and different playlists. Just get stuck in. Okay, so this question here is kind of quarter geometry based, and I personally feel more at home with these kind of questions. And it says the circle C has equation x minus 1 squared plus y plus 4 squared is equal to 25. Okay. Now, I don't normally do this, but look, if I bring a browser session across, okay, so don't go down a rabbit hole here, but I like this website here, desmos.com, graphing calculator. And when you're doing this at home, just to get a handle on what things look like. So if I want to put in there, I think that was x minus 1 squared plus y plus 4 squared. That's equal to, was it 25? Okay, so that's what we're given in the question. And that's the circle we're looking at. Okay, so you can see the centers around here. I don't know exactly what it is. Okay, at the moment. Now it's probably, now zoom in. Zoom in. Okay, that's a bit awkward because the units there, it goes away. And I'd have to change it, but that's 1. So it looks like it's 1 on the x, negative 4 on the y. But what's important is there, like you see there the radius. Now there is 10 is the diameter, 5 is the radius, okay, and it's the same distance all the way around. Now it crosses the x-axis here at 0, 4, crosses the y-axis here at whatever, 4, 0, 0 maybe almost 1, minus 2, 0, crosses the y-axis again down here. So lots of things going on. Now, if a circle, if these two numbers were missing, it would have a center of 0, 0. Okay, so that's one type of circle, or you have the number here. So if I just made it simple, minus 1, minus 1. Okay, so if you can see there, the center of that would be 1, 1. These numbers matter, and you can find the center of a circle by looking at those two numbers and just turn them positive, turn them to the other sign, such. If you get the square root of this number, you get the radius. So look, that's kind of what we're talking about in this question. Now, for the center there, we can write beneath this, the general form of a circle would be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So the minus h corresponds to the minus 1. If you want to find out what h is, just turn them both positive. H is 1. That's our x value. Now the minus k equals plus 4. Now multiply across by minus 1, that means k is equal to minus 4. If you recall, that's what we said the center was. Or simply take the two numbers, change the sign of them. Okay, and you get the answer. Now the radius there, okay, is equal, that's r squared is equal to 25. Okay, so that means that r is equal to the square root of 25, which is 5. So you can tell everything you need from the equation you're given. You just have to know how to interpret it. Now part 2 here says the point 1k is on the circle. Find the two possible values of k. So look, if you're stuck here, this kind of question, I know how to do them mainly out of practice. Okay, but sometimes you can just kind of BS them. That's the equation I'm given. You're told, look, you could be asked this and given a point and asked to prove, is it on the circle or not? But here we're given an x and a y. Now I know it says 1k, but the k is just, you don't know what the y value is. So normally we just say to put them in. Okay, so I go, let's do it. Okay, instead of x, I'm going to put 1. Instead of y, I'm going to put k. Apologies for my bad writing. Now, if you see this, now 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 squared is gone. So that's going to go away. This is your problem. k plus 4 squared is the same thing as k plus 4 times k plus 4. Now, one way to multiply this, the fast way, is just multiply k by k is k squared. K by plus 4 is 4k. Then do the same thing. 4 by k is 4k. And 4 by 4 is 16. Now I can tidy it up a little bit. They can combine together. K squared plus 4 of something plus 4 of something is 8 of something. And 16. So that's all done. Okay, I've just basically, I suppose, multiplied this out. And I end up with k squared plus 8k plus 16 equals 25. Now, if you see what's happening now, this is a quadratic. So if I bring the 25 across, I end up with k squared plus 8k. Now 16 take away 25 is negative 9. And that equals to nothing. Now, if you see a quadratic and you don't know what to do, solve it. That could be the minus b formula, or I could take my two values, minus 9 and plus 8. Now, this is the way I did in school, but there's other ways of doing it. If you have a different way, feel free to do that way. But I'm looking for what two numbers will multiply to give minus 9 that also add to give plus 8. Okay. Now, what are they? Yes, minus 9, actually plus 9 by minus 1 would add to give, multiply to give minus 9, but would add 9 take away 1 equals 8. Okay, so my numbers are minus 9, sorry, plus 9, and minus 1. Now, there's my two factors, okay, but the value of the factors, you just have to change the sign. K is equal to minus 9, or k is equal to 1. Now, I've done all that here, okay, but ultimately, like, there's a lot of work there in that last part. If you were struggling, okay, you have your equation of the circle, you're given the point 1k, like, I would argue, what else are you going to do? Okay, put them in. Once you're here, you're fairly good. All the rest is algebra. Okay, now you probably got to 2, potentially the mid-partial. It's an awkward question. The other way it might be asked is if they give you an actual point and asked you if it's on the line. But look, we'll deal with that in another video. Now, part B here says we have the circle S has an equation x squared plus y squared equals 13. Remember I said if there's no numbers attached to the things here, it's got a center 0, 0. Now, the radius here, radius squared equals 13. So the radius is equal to the square root of 13, which is a number. So whatever this is the square root of 13. Okay. As is this, as is this, as is this. Now, I'm not sure if that's important here, but you know what? Might be. Now, we're told that the point A is on S. Now, we're not told, it's not written there that it is 3 minus 2. Usually it is, but it's not. It says find the equation of t, the tangent to the circle. A tangent is a line that touches at one point only. Okay. Now give your answer in the form of ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay, the point intercept form. And, sorry, point slope form. Okay, maybe get that wrong offhand. And then it just says all three, A, B, and C, are going to be positive or negative whole numbers. So they're going to be whole numbers at least. Okay, so we should be looking for that. We know decimals, no whatever. Now, to find the equation of that tangent, okay, we need to know the slope. Now, because I know, let me go to the answer here. Because I know this, the origin is 0, 0, okay, and this is the point 3, negative 2. I can find the slope of that line there. So I've done that over here. So I have my slope formula. I have my 2 points. I've labeled them. Okay. Substitute them in. Make sure I put the negative number in brackets. Put it to the calculator, or work it out step by step. And I came to my answer, negative 2 over 3. And that's the slope of this line here. Now, this is touching at one point only, so it's touching at a right angle, okay, to the origin. So the way to work out the perpendicular slope is to, in effect, turn this upside down, change the sign. So it was minus, now it's positive. Or you multiply your slope by the perpendicular slope, the answer should be -1. So you can use that to calculate what it is. But it's always going to be turning it upside down, changing the sign. But that's, I suppose, how you would do it. Now, once I have a point and the slope, I can use the formula here to find out what the equation is. So I'm putting, instead of y1, I'm putting the -2. I do it in brackets. Instead of the x1, I'm putting the 3. And then I'm putting the slope here instead of the n. Now, once I'm here, okay, I'm going to just go left to right, remove brackets. Okay, so let's get rid of the fluff here. And this is y, take away -2, it becomes +2. Okay, so it's going to change. And then now what I've done here is I've multiplied the 2 this way, the 3 this way. I hope this makes sense, but that's a faster way of doing it. So it's 2 by y is 2y. Now 2 by +2 is +4. 3 goes this way. 3 by x is 3x. 3 by -3 is -9. Now I'm almost there. They want everything on one side, x being positive. So the 3x stays where it is. I'm going to bring the 2y across. It was plus on the left, it'll be subtracted, or negative on the right. The 4, when it comes across, becomes subtracted. 9 -9 take away 4 is -13. And that's my answer. Okay, good 10 marks, but lots of different areas to get marks. Low partial, mid partial, high partial, full marks. And that should be it for question 4. Okay, so this is question 4 of paper 2 of the Leaving Cert Ordinary Level Maths for 2020. If you want to copy the notes I'm working off, just send me an email at shanetroy@gmail.com. And if you click subscribe, you'll get access to other playlists. Okay, thanks very much.